you conclude the editorial, the op-ed by saying that you're mad as hell. Why
Yes.
are you mad? Why are you mad as hell? In a nutshell.
Well, because I continue to hear elected officials talk about caring about their grandchildren. Maybe we ought to make it illegal for them to say that, because their behavior betrays that they don't really care about it, because there's this burden. And by the way, we did balance the budget in the 1990s. We were paying down debt in 2001. So there was a lot of, and it began with George Herbert Walker Bush. It was very bipartisan from beginning to end. So, but the problem is the mandatory spending programs just keep getting larger and larger. And you referenced it with interest rates up. You know, interest rates, I think, is it next year or the year after, is going to be larger than the payment for Social Security. So these mandatory programs are consuming more and more of national resources with less available. Whatever investments you want to make, whether it's defense or non-defense spending, you just got less and less available. So those investments typically benefit the future. So you know, I grew up in the 1960s and benefited enormously from the decision to build the interstate highways in the 1950s. We're making no comparable, even with the infrastructure bill that passed. We're making nothing comparable to that kind of an investment. And I think we're going to. You know, I'm not going to pay a price for it, but my 22-year-old and my grandchildren are certainly going to pay a price for it. So, you look into the future from the lens of the budget, from the forecast that CBO is making, and it's just horrifying. And mad as hell is a calm moment. It's a terrible thing that we're doing to our kids and grandchildren.
Well, you mentioned interest costs. That was the eye-popping number for me, because it's scheduled to exceed both defense and Medicare this year. It'll be a while before it catches up to Social Security, but that's just an incredible comment on our priorities or lack thereof. Senator Danforth, you were invoked as being mad as hell as well. So what's your take on being mad as
well, no, wait a minute. Actually, initially the word was angry, and Jack offered a friendly amendment to change it to mad as hell.
Yeah.
Well, it comes from a movie, obviously, and maybe it's been overworked, but I don't think so. First of all, our commission, the Kerrey-Danforth Commission, was 30 years ago. Nothing has come of it. We produced wonderful 4-color charts showing the problem we were in, and particularly the problems that Social Security and Medicare were in. Now, Social Security is going to become insolvent in 11 years. And Medicare in 12 years, the trust funds, meaning that the Social Security benefits will be cut, if nothing is done, by 17%, 11 years from now. So if somebody's 60 years old and is planning for retirement, the current plan is to cut your benefits when you're 70 or so. That's the current plan. That's where we're heading, if that's what you want. But what makes us mad is that nothing gets done about this. Just there's one commission after another. Kerrey-Danforth was one, Simpson-Bowles was one. There have been Medicare commissions, Social Security commissions, numerous commissions since ours, and they all say essentially the same thing. They all say essentially, we've got to do something. We're headed toward real trouble, and absolutely nothing gets done.